Good morning, gamers. I am the AMDM Lee, and this is Phantom Games. And we're on our 30 days of game mastering challenge. Today is day 8. Man, I am tired. We had a long game session last night, longer than normal. And I'll discuss that in another video here in about after I'm done with this one. So, how do you prep for a session? That is what day 8 is all about. Prepping for a session. So I believe I've put back on day 2 in favorite game mastering tools the Goblinist 5e encounter generator, where you choose their levels, you hit it, you know, easy, medium, hard, deadly, and then you get to choose all this other stuff. So that's my main prep for the session. If I'm wanting combat, I click through there till I found it. I don't know what that was. It was kind of nasty. I click through there until I find something that I can go, yeah, I can make that work. Right now, they're so low levels in my Tarim campaign, which was last night. I'm getting stuff like, all right, that level, they can take on 10 camels. How the hell am I going to work camels into a campaign that you're attacked by a herd of camels? No. So, but you click through, you eventually find something that's usable. So last night, there are mostly... There's a couple of second levels and 3 first levels in the campaign. So how I prepped for it, I ended up coming across armored, animated armor. Man, I need more coffee. I'm dying. You're killing me, Smalls. How do I prep though? But that's how I prep. I go back over my notes. I look at where they at. What have they done? I have a generalized idea of what I want to happen during a campaign setting. And then I go from there. Like I've said before, I run a very sandbox game. So my biggest thing is to have names and names. Just lots of fucking names. That way when players go, I want to head to the so-and-so shop. Okay, yeah, that's my biggest prep, is names. And other than that, my other prep is coffee. Lots of coffee. Because you don't want to over prep for a game. You do not want to plan out every little, all right, they're going to go into this, and this is what they're going to encounter, and because if you plan out every encounter, and then railroad, as in, there's a term you might not know, railroading. That is forcing your players in a direction they may not want to go. And it can take some of the fun out. The trick is to railroad them while you're distracting them with scenery. I want them to go to A. They don't want to go to A. They want to go to Q. Well, guess what? A is now over at Q. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. So my story still gets told the way I want it told, with some slight variations, which is the game, where it's an interactive game. So my story gets told. They're allowed to do what they choose to do. And I use that to affect how my outcome is. Perfect example, last night, they came across, on their travels, they came across a wagon that was busted wheel. They all prepped for combat. They were like, well, I don't trust this. This is an ambush. You gotta go. It wasn't. It was just it could have been an ambush. But I read the table. I thought, what would be more interesting story-wise? What can build my world up? There's a lot of thoughts in there. So how do I prep for each session? I listen to my players. Hands down, I listen to my players. that one little offshoot thing has prepped me for the next session. I have an idea of what my players are going to do, what they're planning on or thinking about, or because of what they've mentioned. So now my job for prepping for the next week's session is to make sure that if I don't want them to go all the way back to A, I need them to stay around here for some, I fix it up so they stay around here. It makes going back there just not worth it. So, but how do you prep? How do you prep for a session? Names. That's my number one. That's my number one thing. Get your names. That's how you prep for a campaign. Get your names. Names. That's how I prep. And man, I am dog tired. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video down. I'm done. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else will like them, click on the share button, which could be over here. I don't know. Every like is an inspiration. Every share is an advantage. Every subscription is an experience point. Help me reach 300 experience points so I can get to second level. Now, my players have stopped watching at this point. So, if you share the videos, the AMDM does authorize you to have 10 experience points. So, feel free, tell your GM, DM, storyteller, whatever the thing may be, that the AMDM has approved these experience points. If they have a problem, tell them to come watch my videos. They'll understand. That's all I got for now, guys. And I'll see you in the next game. Bye.